Viva el Negro.
Viva el Negro. Terence, Crawford, and Canelo. Let me tell y'all something, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. Become a member to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Leave that donation for that fried rice and a chicken enchilada burrito, because that's where we at right now. Viva el Negro. I like my little assistant like to say.
Viva el Negro.
Let me tell y'all something. Terence Crawford about to get out here and whip Canelo's ass. Now, you know I was on the fence because I'm fair, but I just got to be real. Terence Crawford and Canelo, Canelo can't win. All right, so I said it. Anybody got something to say? Well, fly into the comments like the seagull you are and squawk around and drop shit off and fly out. Let me tell y'all something. That ain't gonna get it. We can blame Skull for running, but let's not act like Skull when he did let his hands go. Let's not act like he wasn't splitting the guard at Canelo and wasn't jabbing him and outboxing him. Canelo, this high guard style, walking you down, shooting wide left hooks to the body, bending his knees to change levels, but still coming upstairs and back downstairs, right, left. The different things that Canelo does, shooting the uppercut. That shit ain't gonna cut it, man. All right, Skull, if Skull would have let his hands go more, and one thing I noticed, Crawford's arms are longer than Skull's. Crawford has a 74-inch reach. Skull's like 71. That's all bad for Skull when facing Canelo, because he didn't want to really even try to use his reach advantage. But when it comes to El Negro, Terence Crawford, I know Crawford is sitting back watching this saying, this shit's going to be fun. It won't be easy, but it's going to be fun. Because if he just stays behind his jab, Crawford wins, I'm telling you. Southpaw too. I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford, no kidding, is the first guy to drop Canelo. Maybe the first one to maybe knock Canelo out. Now, for those of you out there already on your keyboard, typing in the comments, stopping the video because you just get so emotional when Hood Champion says something bad about your favorite fighter. Remember, I was saying Canelo had every right to be the favorite and against Terence Crawford. But I think Terence Crawford has a chance, but I'm favoring Canelo. Also, I was looking at Terence Crawford's inactivity and saying how I think that would hurt him. I was also saying, if we're going to say that a fighter, no matter how good they are, if they're inactive and they're coming up against another elite fighter who's active, it's kind of hard to give them a chance to win that fight. But I'm going to tell you, after watching this shit, Terence Crawford doesn't have to worry about Canelo coming straight forward and going after him like Naoya Inoue does with his opponents. Canelo is going to come in there and just high guard like he's consistently done in the last 7-8 fights. And he's going to wait on Terence Crawford, and that's where all hell's going to break loose. Because the first round, Terence Crawford ain't stupid. Terence Crawford will tell you, the first round is the most dangerous round in any fight, because every fighter is dangerous in the first round. Every single fighter is dangerous in the first round. Even Ivan Redcatch, weird-ass Redcatch, even he's dangerous in the first round. But I think what's going to happen is Crawford's going to win the first round because he's going to be more active. Canelo's cool with losing the first round. Then Canelo in the second round is going to find himself trying to pick up the pace, and he's going to find himself being outmatched, outpaced, getting touched up. I think you see Canelo wobbling around the second or third round. And then I think after that, Crawford picks it up because his conditioning is superior, and Canelo's going to be there trying to swing for the fences, and he's going to have to get ugly. When Canelo gets frustrated when he's getting touched up, that's when Canelo, if a person swings, Canelo gets underneath the shot and comes up with his head wedged between their arm and their rib cage, and his head's kind of wedged right there in their armpits. Then Canelo wants to lift him up and try to throw him over. So I can see Canelo losing his cool after Viva El Negro Terence Crawford puts some Omaha, Nebraska El Negro Bing Bings on his ass. Keep things in perspective here, people. El Negro Terence Crawford, when he fought Madrimov, let's just be 100% real. Crawford was supposed to lose that fight. He was supposed to lose. He should have never won that fight. But you know what happened in there? Crawford did something that I didn't know he could do. Crawford said, I got a little mini Canelo here in Majimov. Short, compact, strong. If I don't keep him off of me, he's going to put the beans on me. So I need to keep his ass off me. That meant that Crawford made a decision in that first round to throw an upwards of 70 plus punches around in a lot of those rounds to make sure he kept Majimov off of him. And Crawford did hurt him. Even though Crawford was being a boxer, puncher, and moving around, he was still hurting Majimov, even with his feet not set, just moving around the ring. Remember, Majimov was used by Bivol to prepare Bivol for Canelo. And I do believe Crawford fighting Majimov was a good fight for Crawford to help him prepare for Canelo. Style's pretty similar, just Majimov is more active, more explosive. He's faster. Canelo's got the IQ, but Canelo has slowed down tremendously, people. Look, it's over for Canelo. It's over for him. Canelo needs to retire. I know he's hanging around and getting these $100 million paydays, $150 million paydays. He out there getting that Saudi money, but that's good. He'll finish up his last 2 or 3 fights, whatever deal he has with Turki Al-Sheikh, a 4-fight deal. He has 3 fights left, something like that. Then he can retire back there in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. And he can, for the rest of his career, talk about Viva el Negro, Terence Crawford, put the bing-bings on him. Canelo had a once-in-a-lifetime run in boxing. Okay? But it's over. It's not anything that the Canelo has done. He's just been in tough fights. He's been Listen, Canelo fans. Canelo's been fighting as a pro since he's been 15, man. What were you doing at 15? You know what I'm saying? Half of y'all weren't even getting no pum-pum and shit. Y'all was still probably still pissing the bed wearing a pajama. Canelo was out here in professional fights fighting men. Now you look at him now in his early 30s, and you're wondering why a guy who's in his early 30s is looking like he's, a glass Joe from Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Because he's been doing this shit for over 20 years, about 20 years, man. It's crazy. And think about all the damn camps, all the sparring, man. So it's like I said in one video, Canelo maybe 30, whatever, 35, 34, whatever he is. I said, but really, Canelo probably really got the body of like a 40-something-year-old because of all the wear and tear on him. So I just think it's perfect timing for Terence Crawford to come out here from Omaha, El Negro, Nebraska, to get a huge win to cap off his career and then possibly go into a rematch and get another big win. And basically, it'll be Crawford and Usyk to have come out here in rematches and clip the top dogs of their divisions. Only one Crawford didn't get the rematch with was Spence, but I think we all know he would have probably killed Spence in the rematch. But Usyk fought AJ twice, and he fought Fury fight twice. He about to fight Dubois, but Usyk about to lose to Dubois. But Crawford would have fought Spence twice, but the second fight didn't happen. And he'll fight Canelo twice if he beats him the first time, I'm sure. And probably beat him then. So Crawford and Usyk will have, hell no, Crawford maybe even visit over to Ukraine. I know they say Ukraine didn't like them Africans over there and black people, but I think Usyk can make a pathway for Terence Crawford to come over there and chill out on Usyk's ranch and shit. But that being said, Viva el Negro. Expect Crawford, if he fights Canelo, to increase his punch output and then start sharpshooting down the stretch. Bivol beat Canelo's ass. He took a pound of flesh out Canelo. When Canelo fought, I think it was Ryder. Although Canelo beat him, Ryder was hitting Canelo with some hard shots. And if you watch Canelo, when he fought Munguia was landing some good shots on Canelo. Edgar Berlanga didn't let his hands go that much, but when he did, he had success. Any and everyone who fights Canelo, they have success when they let their hands go. But there's obviously something special about Canelo that causes them to reduce their punch output. I just think Crawford's catching Canelo at the right time. Because if Canelo couldn't catch up to Skull, I just think Crawford with them long arms and the great eyesight that he has, once he comes out the phone booth as Southpaw Man, I just think it'll be a matter of time. And I have a feeling, can he stop Canelo? I think he can. Will he? I don't know. But can he win the decision? Hell yeah. Canelo just doesn't throw enough punches, people. Anyway, Terence Crawford has all the confidence in the world going into this fight in September, and he should. I no longer have Canelo winning that fight. I think Crawford gets him. And he'll be returning to Omaha, Nebraska. And they're going to be shouting out there, all the honeys. His wife going to have to get used to it because all them honeys going to be shouting,
Viva el Negro.
Viva el Negro. Y'all keep cool, I'm in the breeze.